you be running. You gotta be really please, I know how you feeling. You said you know me, we met, including you fell in love with me.
What's up guys, in this video I'm going to be showing you how to make a Jebjosh type beat.
Oh my god!
In my previous tutorial I made a video on how to make a Ramon whiskey type beat, and I told you guys to ask in the comment section what kind of videos you want me to make next, and then Kamsim said make a Jebjosh type beat, and I was like wow, and it got me thinking, what is a Jebjosh type beat, you know, like what do I consider a Jebjosh type beat? So I had to think about it for a second, and I'm like and I want you guys to also think about this. We as producers, we always trying to make beats like somebody else. We always trying to make another person style of beats instead of making our own style. You know, over the years too, while you're making other styles of beats, you would probably find your own style or find something that you feel you enjoy making a lot. I'm not trying to say you should put yourself in a box, but you just tend to notice that this is what I like to use most of the time. I like using this sound. I like using this Park. I like using this plugin. There's just something that you like doing all the time. Or there's somebody you like working with all the time, and you guys just make this connection or this spark when you're working together. And I was like, sure, I think I'm going to make a video like that. So I already had these beats that I made, and I'll just show you guys what the beat sounds like. Then I'll explain my process. But basically, I like making calm Afrobeats. The guy I worked on this beat with was actually the first artist that inspired me to go hard at making beats. You know, we as producers, we always want to work with Wizkid, we always want to work with Davido, we want to work with Burna Boy, the top artist in Nigeria. But at the same time, too, it's always good to grow with your artist, you know. Find an artist that is local with you, grow with them. Like there were a lot of artists I grew with, like just working, sending my sounds to that. They just liked my sounds. Not everybody's gonna like my beats, you know, but some select few that like my sound, I give them what I want and we go hard. So shout out to Jeezy. Let me play the beats, then I'll play the vocal that he recorded this beat to. Alright, I think you guys get the gist of the beats. I'll play what the guy did at the end of the video so you guys can hear the whole thing. So first of all, when I'm making my beats, when I'm making my type of beats, I like using very, very, very simple chords, simple plugs. I like soft sounds. I like simple chord progressions. I just like sounds that are calm. You know, I don't like any beats that's going to make you to want to dance. That's not my style. I like calm vibes, very, very chill calm vibes. So I started off with this plug from Omnisphere. Basic 6-5-4 chord progression. Very, very, very simple dancehall chord progression. And I'm in the key of A major. A major is my favorite key. A major is my favorite key. So sounds like this. So basically, when I come up with my chords, 6-5-4, so when I come up with my chords, 5, 4, so I just basically play those chords. Then sometimes I just transpose the notes or I inverse the notes. Take one note 1 octave up, take one octave down. Just switch it up till it sounds kind of spacey. Like you can see my chords are not so close together. They're like far apart. So I like making my chords kind of full and wide apart. That's the first thing. Then I just add like accent notes or like leading notes to the next chord. like this one. I think they call them passing notes. So then when I make my chords, I usually have like 2 sections. This is the A part. Then the next part is going to be like a different top line melody. So simple chords, 6-5-4. Then the next thing, I added some guitars again. Same chords. I just used Evolution, Infinity, used the same chords. And if you notice, I strummed the notes a bit because I didn't want it to, sound like a block chord. Some chords don't sound good on guitars, so you might have to strum it to make it sound a little bit more realistic. So I strum this guitar too. I love strumming. That's one reason why I love FL Studio so much. I strum a lot. I know you can do it manually on other DAWs like Ableton, but I love strumming on FL Studio. That's like one of my favorite features. Then the next thing, I added some mallets again. Same chords. I think it's from Nexus. Yeah, Nexus. Then the next thing, very simple drums. Like this is my favorite thing to do. Add very, very, very simple drums. Just a clap. And the perk. Then the open hats. I just want a very simple drum pattern. And the next thing, my hi-hats. So most of the time when I make my hi-hats, I just try and, go with the vibes of the beats. That's where the rhythm is most of the time. Let me play it with my drums so you guys hear what I'm saying. So most of the time I like to, make my hi-hats roll. I roll my hi-hats at the end of the bar. Just roll it there. Then the next thing, my 808s and my kick. Very, very simple kicks too. So I just like to make my kick, fit in the empty spaces. So I have my claps and my hi-hats doing like very, very simple stuff. But my kick is always going to give you that, that groove. It's always going to make you dum, dum, dum. I just make my kicks crazy. I can go very, very crazy with my kicks while keeping my hi-hats and my claps very simple, but very, very crazy kick pattern. My kick has a long pattern, but my clap is just 2 bars, while my kick is like 8 bars. I add some 808s, but when I add my 808s, I just basically follow the chord progression. If I have a nice chord progression, I just use the same 808s root notes. I just use the same root notes for the 808s, nothing crazy. And for the next thing, my melodies, I love using the pentatonic scale. I know I say this a lot. A lot of people ask me, how do you make melodies? Basically, when I have my chord progression, so there are different ways I make my melodies. The different ways I make my melodies. The first one is I use the pentatonic scale. Second one is I just follow the chord progression. And I just copy the notes from the chords and I just place it randomly with the melody. So let me clone this so you guys can see. So I use the good notes feature. So you can see my chord there. I just use like the notes from the chords already and just play something that is random. But I try to find like a good rhythm. I don't just play random rhythm. I find like a rhythm that actually makes sense. Let me increase the guitar so you can hear it a bit. So that's basically it for my guitar solo. Then I added on that lead sound that goes like tan, to. I love adding leads. I mean, it's not always good to add leads when you're making your beats because sometimes it might take away from the idea the artist is trying to sing. Do your thing. Like this is my own style. This is my own style. You know. Sometimes I notice that it's cheesy. I might take out the lead melody, and some artists actually like it. And some artists, like the lead melody always gives some people inspiration. Sometimes it's just too distracting. But I added this lead either way. So basically, I was just using the pentatonic scale. If you don't know what the pentatonic scale is, it's basically 5 notes from your major scale. The 1, the 2, the 3, the 5, and the 6. The 7 and the 4 is not added in your. I only use those notes for this. I just mess around my keyboard and find something that sounds nice. And there's one more thing too I love doing. I've been doing this. I can't remember how long I've been doing this for. Probably since 2017. I love using vocals. I think the first person that really inspired me to add vocals was Echo. I don't know if you guys know Echo, but I saw him make beats one time on Instagram, and he was using his drum pad, his machine drum pad, and he was just clicking in vocal chops. That stuff inspired me so much. I had to find how to add vocal chops to my beats. And Killer Twins still likes using vocals. I love Killer Twins as a producer, so it really inspired me. Every time I'm making my beats, most of the time you hear me add some vocals. And if you're asking where do you get the vocal samples from, Arcade. I use Arcade all the time. Arcade is one good one. Excel is another. Excel is a contact library. So I found this melody. Then basically for my melodies, I just add like reverb and kickstarts. That's basically my chain. Reverb, kickstarts for my my vocals. Now I'm adding an EQ depending on how much I want to take out from it. So the next thing, I add some pads too, just to give it some atmosphere. Same chords. This for Massive. Let me show you guys the plugin I use for the lead. So the lead was for Massive. I just found like a lead synth. And I add like reverb on it. If it's too dry, I add reverb. But I use camel space. Like I said, I like simple drum patterns, nothing too crazy. Then my congas too. Toton. I love simple congas too. I use my drum pad too to roll my notes. And I can use my drum pad. I just roll those notes at the end. So let me play the whole thing with the artist vocal idea.
Shit, you be running. You gotta be wiggly, please. I know how you feel. You say you know me, we met, including you. Fell in love with me. If I called you, I don't post. I just wanna see your body inside my phone. I will record you. God, will start you. If get it out, yeah. Hey, girl, up in nice one. All in the girl, they want to sit up my turn. Send me for 5 from next to long. So the shit they put they got make it drop by. You only my one. Don't say I go right, I gun. Them have to watch me as I bust my gun, but me stand tall, me not fall like that.
Alright guys, thank you guys for watching. This video. If you want more videos like this, drop a comment. I'll probably make a video next if I find the comments very interesting. Shout out to Kamzi. Kamzi has been going hard. And I'm going to be giving out my drum kit for free. I want you guys to drop a comment on this video. And I'm going to give 5 random people my new drum kit for free. My new source drum kit I just dropped for free. If you want me to send you this drum kit, drop a comment on this video, like the video. Go to my Instagram. The link is going to be in the description. Go to my Instagram, follow me on Instagram. Like some of my posts on Instagram so I can notice you and send me a DM. I'll be checking my DMs. When you send me a DM, tell me you came from this video and tell me your email address. Don't put your email address in the comments because YouTube will not allow you to post it. But send me a DM on Instagram, your email address, and I'll send 5 random people my new source drum kits for free. All right, guys. Catch you guys on the next one.